but you all are expert in your respective domain. What is expected in 21st century is also to have the right kind of life skills, not just from us, but from our students also. So we'll touch upon that one. And in the next part, I think each one of you, once again, hopefully you are a leader when it comes to your classroom management. You are a leader when it comes to your departmental level, or maybe at the institute or university level. So we will touch upon that aspect after the break, which is on leadership. So these are the two broad areas which we are going to try and maybe interact. I humbly request all of you. I know that many of you might be busy with a lot of other professional and personal commitment, but I look up to you for your kind cooperation, because it will be more of an interaction for the next couple of hours rather than a one-way traffic. So from my side, I will love to try and make myself clear and make a promise that I'm not going to present more than 2 to 3 slides at a time. I repeat, 2 या 3 से ज़्यादा स्लाइड एक वक्त हम नहीं प्रेजेंट करेंगे. And after that, I think every time we will love to try and hear your voices, or maybe get to try and have your rich experience sharing. That is one. Second thing, आज के session में I am planning to have some role playing, some management games, so that we don't feel bored. So for that, I look up to you for your active participation and cooperation. So that is what I will request you. And the third and the most important thing, whenever I take sessions like this in online platform, I think it gives me a great opportunity to try and get to know and connect with respected professor from across different parts of the country. And today also, I look up to you that you will be kind enough to try and manage a few seconds of your valuable time. And whenever you are free, you're going to come forward and maybe unmute yourself and share a little bit about your side of the story. So I will start with a welcome message from my side, and I will request all of you to kindly just drop a good morning, hi, hello from your side. So I'm just dropping a good morning for all of you and a welcome message, because this is a chat box which we are going to make use of throughout the session. So let me see if that is functional for you all also. So respected professor, can you just drop a hi, hello, good morning message quickly in the chat box? I hope that option is working. Professor Suraj, thank you very much. Professor Prashad, I can see respected Professor Apurva. Thank you, Professor Sana. Professor Zonia is there. Professor Rashmi, all your responses are visible to me. That's great. I think I can see that your chat box is functioning very well. Professor Bimla is there. Professor Vipin, welcome you all in today's session. As of now, I can see there are around 60-65 of us together, and I hope everybody will like to try out the chat option. This is the first one which we are going to make use of in this online platform. Thank you very much, Professor. I think Satish, Dr. Satish is there dropping a good morning. Professor Pradeepa also's response I can see. So let's move forward. And as I made a promise, it will not be a one-way traffic, and that is going to happen only when you are willing to come forward and share from your side your experiences and little bit about the focus of today's session. So thank you very much, Professor Shashikala, for your message in the chat box. Professor Manik is also dropping a message. That's wonderful. So everybody, I hope we are warming ourselves up. So I'll just try and present the welcome slide for all of you, and uske baad मैं request करूंगा कि if you can kindly make use of the hand raise option under reaction button. I hope you will get a thumbs up or a raise of hand option. अगर slide आपको दिखाई दे रहा है, you can please try and give me a gesture by raising your hand. That will be appreciated. So I'm giving a raise of hands from my side. I'm about to share the slide with all of you, and I hope everybody will be able to try and have a look at the slide and kindly give me a raise of hand option from your side. So here comes the slide, and once again, a very good morning to all the respected professor, the participant, respected coordinators, the entire team at this prestigious UGC-MMTTC at University of Mysore. So when I put up this slide, I really mean it. You see, respect is like a mirror. The more you show it on other people, it will reflect back on you. इसी के साथ हम आगे बढ़ते हैं, and as I said that today's focus will be on module 5, first of all on Guru Dakshita. Guru Dakshita is the official faculty induction program. You and me, we all are aware about it. And you are going to spend a few more days and weeks in this program. And I hope you will be exposed to different areas of this faculty induction program. So if you look at module 5, which talks about personal, emotional development and counseling. And iske andar, I think something which is very, very important for all of us as academician is how do we go about the work-life balance when we talk about our professional commitment, when we talk about our personal responsibilities. Hopefully, we all are very good in managing stress, but kabhi hamare students might approach us for a little bit of guidance. So how we are guiding them, uske bare mein thoda jankari bhi lenge aapse. And the first dimension which is there in the presentation today is life skills. So rest, I think for 1 hour or so, we will try and explore life. Rather than talking about what is life skill, I hope with you all, I will try and be able to take you through this journey of life. I hope we all are aware about this NEP sensitization program which is happening throughout the country. And मुझे उम्मीद है कि many of you might be acting as resource person. You might have completed the NEP sensitization program or you are about to do it. If you focus, there are 8 broad themes, and आज जो हम discuss करने वाले हैं is the one which is at the bottom right corner of your screen. Respected professor, अगर आप देखेंगे अपने स्क्रीन के नीचे की तरफ on the right hand side of your screen, you will see there is something called skill development. उसके बारे में ही फोकस करेंगे थोड़ा आज के सेशन में. So let me try and see how many of the respected professors are able to give a reaction by raise of hands. And अगर आप अपना हाथ ऊपर कर चुके होंगे, Professor Zonia, thank you very much for your response. I can see Professor Prashad's hand is up. Thank you for that. I can see a few more professors who are about to give a click on that hand raise button. Professor Namita, thank you very much for your hand raise option. Rest of the participants, मुझे उम्मीद है कि you will definitely figure out about the hand raise option and quickly click on that button to give me a quick kind of a feedback. Thank you so much, Professor Kalpana ma'am is there with us. I welcome all of you once again, and I will request you whenever you are free, please share 3 things about yourself. I repeat once again, I would love to know 3 things from yourself. Number 1, about your department. Number 2, about the institute or the university that you represent. And number 3, सबसे important, what other interest in life you have. Apart from your teaching, apart from your research, apart from your administrative responsibilities, इनको छोड़ के जीवन में और क्या इंटरेस्ट है आपका, उसके बारे में अगर आप शेयर करना चाहते हैं, बताना चाहते हैं, you are more than welcome to come forward. So let me see. I have been doing the talking for the last 5-7 minutes. If I'm going to hear the first voice from the other side, if somebody is free and you are willing to share those 3 things, you are most welcome. Good morning. Is there anybody on the other side?
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Yes, welcome. Namaskar. Good morning, sir.
Namaskar. Sir, I am Dr. Bala Nagagurunathan, working in Jain University. You mentioned that important quote, helping others is an opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, respected sir. We heard from sir about sir's affiliation and also a little bit about interest in life. I think that's a very noble thought process. Yes, Professor Shavitri ma'am is there with us. Would you like to share something, ma'am, about yourself?
Very good morning, sir.
Good morning. Boliye, please.
I'm from Rural College, Kanakapura. I'm very passionate about teaching, also in social work.
Great. I think hopefully you are giving the right message to your student, because we need to take care about the society around us, and I think that's what Professor Shavitri ma'am. Thank you for your I think nice gesture. Yes, a few more, respected professor. If you're free right now, you can come forward and share a little bit about yourself in terms of your department, in terms of maybe the university or the college that you represent, and सबसे important about your other interest in life. Is there anybody else right now? If you're free, you're most welcome. Good morning. Namaskar.
Good morning, sir.
Please. Yes, welcome.
Yes,
good morning,
sir. Myself, Dr. Mahesh. I'm from the subject Department of Botany. I'm passionate about, apart from the subject, I want to travel all over the world and see what all the diversities of the plants, because my subject is only related towards the plants.
Excellent, Professor Mahesh. Thank you. And I think sir is having a wonderful interest exploring the world and also connecting with the subject also. Thank you. I can assure you today we are going to travel together for next couple of hours in this journey of life and leadership. Thank you.
Good morning,
respected sir. Yes, welcome. Good morning. Who is next? Please come forward.
I am Sana Kolar, sir. Recently, hello, am I audible, sir?
Yes, absolutely. Please go ahead.
Please. So I have been appointed recently as assistant professor. So as soon as I have been appointed, I am also heading the department. During my school days, I had been for many times or many years, I was a leader, I was a class monitor. But also now I am heading the department, so I would be looking forward from you to also develop the skills of being a HOD of the department. As far as regarding my passions are considered, I also love to travel, explore the cuisine and explore the areas, even the painting. I would like to also take part in the crafts and all. I'm also
excellent.
So handling all the course and all is also has become a task daily.
Absolutely. Thank you. So nice of you, respected.
I am from Vijaypura, sir. Anjuman Degree College, Vijaypura.
Okay, and which team, ma'am? Discipline?
I am from zoology.
Okay, thank you so much. Diverse interest, and I hope you are going to stay there. And hopefully, it will be wonderful to get to know from you about your experience of
Thank,
maybe leading a department also. Thank you.
thank you,
That was respected Professor Sana. We welcome her also. Yes,
thank you.
is there anybody else? You're most welcome to come forward and share about yourself. Is there anybody else on the other side right now? Is it convenient for you to come forward and please share those three things? Number one, about your department. Number two, about the institute or the college you represent. And number three, the most important one, about other interest in life. Or we will move forward. Yes, I can
May
see
I speak,
respected.
please?
Yes, yes, welcome. Namaste. Very good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, best of the morning to you, sir. This is
Oh, sorry.
Dr. Vipin Pandey from Department of English and Modern European Languages from the University of Lucknow. And my interest or hobby, whatever you can say, sir, this is to do, I mean, in the areas of women's traditions.
Sorry, sir. I heard about your affiliation. Can you just check the audio once about your interest part? I was missing. So can Professor Vipin, we will come back to
Sir,
Professor Vipin.
this is
Yes, Professor Vipin, I think nothing to worry. We will definitely connect with you. I heard that sir is from Lucknow University. Thank you very much. And hopefully we'll again connect and get to know from you. Yes, Professor Amarjot ma'am is there with us. Welcome, ma'am. Namaste. Ma'am, please unmute yourself, ma'am. You are muted, ma'am.
Sir, I work at ST College for Women Moga in Punjab, and I work as a librarian over there. And my interests are basically reading, some singing also, and also like to travel local places around my
Wonderful. I
area.
think respected Amarjot ma'am is in the best place, surrounded with books, journals, and always library happens to be maybe a place where dimag ki batti jalta hai. So nice to connect with you, ma'am. And she is also into a lot of creative things, traveling, singing, and all. Please be there,
Yes,
ma'am. We would love to connect with you. Both, both, dhanyawad.
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes.
you.
So we'll move
Hello.
forward and yes, yes. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning. Ma'am, sir, good morning, sir. I am Dr. Kanika Parmeshwari. I am a librarian in Rural College, Kanakpura. I like to read and I like to travel. So I am a Scout and Guide Ranger leader. So around so many places
Yes,
I
I
like
think thank you. There
to
has been some audio issue, but we
visit. That is
heard
my
Professor Kanika.
life.
Thank you, Professor Kanika from the library department. Thank you very much. And also, she loves to travel. So let's take the slide forward. And again, after one or two slides, we will definitely come back and connect with all the respected
Thank you.
professors. जरूर सबसे बात करेंगे, and we would love to hear from you. Thank you, respected Kanika ma'am. So let's move forward. We go to the next one, and I hope again the slide will be visible to you, and we will try and have something to share on the next one. So here comes the next slide. We were talking about the focus of today's session, which is about life skills. So why not we start with a simple question, which talks about dream. And I will put up this slide which says, if you can dream it, you can do it. And I hope if you connect with this particular slide, the next one, which is going to come, all of us are aware about it, and we might be telling our students also, reminding them about what exactly is a dream. And in the words of none other than very own our beloved, respected late President Dr. Kalam, I quote, dreams is not what you see in sleep. I repeat, dreams is not what you see in sleep, is the thing which doesn't let you sleep. And I am totally confident you must be telling your students at a different point of time what exactly is dream and what is the significance of the dream. Now, if you look back, when we look at our students, I think, don't you think they all come with their dreams? They come with the dreams of their family members, their parents, their near and dear ones. It's not just about stepping into a campus for the first time out of school and completing a course. It's about a dream which brings them to our campuses, and we have a role as a mentor, as facilitator, or maybe as a professor, guide, whatever. So in that direction, I think life is a journey, and aaj ke session mein we will try and explore this journey. So here comes the next one, and I think when they come for higher education, hopefully they will come with their own thought process about life. I have a humble request to all the respected professor. Have a look at the slide for 10 seconds, and uske baad I will request you to respond. So my question will be, do we live for years? Do we live for months? Do we live for days, or kuch alag? So I will leave it for 10 seconds for all of you to have a look. And after that, I think I will request you to please kindly go to the chat box and look for my request, and then you can answer this one. My question is, do we live for years? Do we live for months or days? और कुछ और भी हो सकता है. It's not that you have to restrict your answer only among those three choices. So let me see, respected professors, you can drop your responses in the chat box. How do you want to take your life forward? आप अपना जीवन कैसे बिताना पसंद करते होंगे? Is it in terms of years? Is it in terms of months? Professor Shavitri ma'am is the fastest finger who is saying years. Professor Vipin is full of Jill. Thank you, sir, for mentioning that. I think yes, I think when we talk about is it in terms of years, is it in terms of months, is it in terms of days, or something else also? So let's try and see. Professor Ria, welcome. I think Professor Ria is talking about years ke hisab se. I think Professor Sana, I think eternal, I think indefinite. Thank you, Professor Suraj. Yes, I think Professor Suraj Kumar, Dr. Suraj Saw is also having a very thoughtful observation. There are many, many years is Professor Nagaraja. Thank you very much, Professor Manik. I think खुशी से जीना पसंद करते हैं Professor Manik. Live happily forever. That is what the message is from Professor Manik. Rest of the participants, as of now, I can see 67 of us are together. If you are free, you can just quickly give your response to this one. I hope we are going to see a few more responses coming our way by the time we go to the next slide. So as of now, we can see, yes, Professor Nagaraja's response. I think Professor Bipin, thank you very much, Professor Sumalata, who is saying satisfaction hona chahiye. Great answer. I think we are seeing Professor Vimala also many, many years with happy life. I think efficiency is something which has been highlighted. Thank you. I think Professor Manjula, who is saying very happy life, live without tension. And I hope I can assure you, Professor Mahesh, if you are with me today in the session, hopefully we will not have any tension. So I think you are going to enjoy the session. So Professor Sachin, I think help to others for life, very noble thought process. So let's move on and go to the next slide. Uske baad, I will request you to talk about so kindly just have a look at the next slide, and you can please try and share your experience. When we talk about how do you want to take your life forward, each one of you have different ways of looking at your life, and I think as an AQ, you have to restrict your answer within the three options which I gave. It can be in terms of years, it can be in terms of months, it can be in terms of days, और कुछ अलग भी हो सकता है. मतलब people might leave for some moments के लिए. And I think hopefully har ek professor, whoever is right now in the session, you definitely will have some special moments, some yadgar lamhe jisko kehte hain, and you love to try and share that in today's session. So let's try and see if any memorable moment, if any special moments from your life. And I have put nothing official about it. Matlab, it can come from both your professional life, it can be also from your personal life also. What I have seen, respected professor, over the years, a lot of professors, they talk about getting their first job as a special moment. They talk about completing their PhD as a special moment. Some of them talk about maybe getting their first a book published or a research paper published, winning some awards, national, international, might be considered as special moments from their professional world. Even from their personal life, they can talk about finding their right partner. They can talk about experiencing some kind of a parenthood and all those things, or making your family member, parents proud with your achievement. Kuch bhi ho sakta hai. So can you just briefly mention that if any special moment that comes to your mind right now, you're most welcome to drop that in the chat box. And mujhe umeed hai ki I will get to see a few responses coming from all the respected professor who by now have warmed up and they are in a position to drop your answer. So any special moments, I think any memorable moment from your life, you can just mention. I think that will be, yes, something very important, helped in village, some old man. I think that is what Professor Kontham is talking about. I think gone to Germany for postdoc. That's great, Professor Shiva Kumar. If you are free, I think Professor Shiva Kumar, in your own voice, how was the experience? Briefly, if you share that, it will be wonderful, because these are really special moments. A few more, I think, all the respected professor, you can share from your side, from both your personal as well as professional world. I think you are more than welcome to try and talk about it. Yes, already we are seeing Professor Sana talking about that special moment, clearing the KACT during her MSc program also. That's great. I think wonderful. Anybody else, if you have some special moments, I think कुछ ना कुछ तो जरूर होगा आपके जीवन के जुड़े होंगे. So you are most welcome to try and talk about that. So let's move forward, and I think it's a journey of life. And the next slide will remind us that yes, wherever we are, whether we are in the library, whether we are in any part of the country or the world, or even in any department, any discipline, ये दो term जो आप देखने वाले हैं might be connected with your life. So let's see the next two slide, and I hope each one of you once again will have something to share on those slides that are going to come your way. So life is a journey, and we were trying to find out about some special moment or memorable moment. हर एक students अगर आप देखेंगे, they will also come with some special moments, and they will attend your session. So when they are dropping in for the first time in the campus, they will definitely figure out how they want to take the life forward. Is it in terms of years, months, days, or kuch alag? And then each one of you, someday you ask them, you will figure out they will have something to share. So life is like a story, and आज के session में, as I promised, that it will be more of an interaction. It will more be of experience sharing rather than a one-way traffic. So life is a story, and why not we try and narrate it today, when we have almost 60 respected professor in the session today in this FIP at this prestigious UGC-MMTTC at Mysore University. So these are two sides of the same coin. One side we have success, on the other hand we talk about failure. I think you have your own interpretation, meaning of success, but whatever be it, I will have a humble question to all of you. How did you look at the road to success, whatever you have tested in life as of now, both in your professional world as well as in your personal life? What exactly and how did you find the road towards it? So my question will be, respected professor, how was the road towards success? Was it very easy, as if a red carpet was laid for you, आपको सिर्फ उसके ऊपर से चल के जाना था, and you have tested success? Or maybe for one or two of us, ऐसा भी हो सकता है, we had to go through a lot of hurdles, obstacles, and with your determination, dedication, passion, eventually you have tested success. So मुझे पता नहीं आपका रास्ता कैसा था, but if you ask me the same question, I will have an answer from my side. I will say that the road to success is almost always under construction. ये जो FIP आप आज attend कर रहे हैं, I think don't you think you are creating the road for your next success, if we call it a direct benefit in terms of your career advancement? And above and above that, you will definitely love to try and get exposure to different areas connected with the faculty induction program. We'll get to interact with a lot of fellow participants from all over the country, and also maybe with the resource persons. So that is what we are saying. The road towards success is almost always under construction. I will drop a simple request in the chat box, and मुझे उम्मीद है कि everybody will be able to answer this one. Except if your technology or the device is letting you down, that's a different question. I think my question is, what has life taught you? Is there any shortcut to success? I hope you'll be able to check the message in the chat box and drop a response. What has life taught you? Is there any shortcut to achieve success in life? आपको क्या लगता है, from your yes or no? I think I would love to know from all the respected professor, what exactly is a shortcut formula. If you are aware of, you can write yes, or I think if you think no, then also you can write. In the meantime, in the chat box, I can see a lot of responses. Professor Shavitri ma'am had talked about spending time with friends and family. I think traveling, these are all good things, which is very special. Live in the present is Professor Bhuja Raja, Dr. Raja is mentioning that. Yes, Manasa Gangotri and the library is very memorable place. Thank you for that. I think life is like a roller coaster ride. Professor Suraj has mentioned that. I think everybody is having a response. So my question is, hard work is a must for Professor Sana. And I think I requested you, is there any shortcut to achieve success? I think hard work is pointed out by Ria ma'am. Apurva is talking about no shortcut, hard work, perseverance. Wonderful answer, Professor Apurva. I think Professor Shiva Kumar is saying think, plan, and the process. Take life as it comes is Professor Namita. Thank you very much. No substitute for hard work is Professor Vipin once again. Set clear goals is Professor, I think, Bhojaraja. Absolutely. Professor Sana ma'am is confirming there is no shortcut. I'll wait for another maybe 10-15 seconds for the respected professors to try and get a response from all of you. Yes, Professor Kanal is talking about hard work. Thank you, respected professor. If anybody else is yet to give a response, because this is a question which everybody can answer from your own experience of life. Is there any shortcut to achieve success? I think hopefully the majority of the answer, if not everybody, is chipping in with the same answer that yes, there is no shortcut. Thank you very much. I think Professor Nagaraja, Professor Balanga is saying time to entry and time to exit. Yes, the life is like a stage in the words of William Shakespeare, and we are mere actors and actresses, as you know, in the 7 ages of man. So Professor Vimala is talking about success is consistent effort in the right direction. Absolutely. So with this, I think I have got enough courage to present the next slide, because you only gave me the feedback that there are no shortcut to achieve success in life. And I think Professor Vimala is talking about consistent effort in the right direction. Thank you very much. So let's check out the next slide, and I hope you'll be able to connect with it. I'll request all of you to please see the slide and try to connect with it in a clockwise manner. जैसे हम घड़ी देखते हैं उस हिसाब से अगर आप देखेंगे, I think it will be clear for all of you. So let's check the slide, and मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप इसको देखने के बाद hopefully you will be giving your views on this. So it comes from feedback that has been offered by you all. So how exactly is the road to success? किसी भी फील्ड में आप काम कर रहे होंगे, so how did you find the road towards success? That was the question. And रास्ता जो आपने बताया is not that easy. There are no shortcut formula available to achieve success in life. So have a look in a clockwise manner, and we need to start somewhere, and we start with hard work. Somebody has mentioned rightly about smart work in 21st century. Whatever be the case, we need to work. Second one, why should somebody work hard or smart? Because जो भी हम कर रहे होंगे, we love to improve. Second thing is, in order to improve, आप जरूर अपने students लाते रहते होंगे, the importance of staying focused. In whichever field you are, if you want to do something good, you need to have the focus. So that is the keyword which has been highlighted next. Then comes, I think, the passion. For almost close to 40-45 minutes, I have been seeing the passion in all of you. The way you are coming forward, sharing your experience in the chat box, raising and lowering your hands, doing a little bit of exercise on the gadget, as well as maybe some of you have already unmuted, share about your interest in life along with your department. And the rest of the professor, I will have that humble request for all of you. जब भी आपको मौका मिले, जरूर आप सामने आइए and share about yourself in terms of your interest in life, your department, and the university or the college that you represent. Next comes the point push. And that push should come from within. It should not be some external factor. Yes, to a certain extent it might work, but I think it's more of your inner urge, drive, motivation that will keep you going. आज जो देखेंगे आप FIP attend कर रहे हैं, yes, there is some kind of a compulsion for career advancement, but it will be more of your inner urge, your motivation, अंदर का आवाज है जो आपको इधर लाया है. Next comes the service motive. As respected Nanjundar Swami sir pointed out today, I represent St. Xavier's College, Kolkata. And if you have heard about the name of St. Xavier's, we are in existence for over 166 years. It was founded way back in 1860. And हर रोज जब हम जाते हैं हमारे कॉलेज में, हमारे जो फादर प्रिंसिपल है, respected father Dr. Dominic Savio, he always reminds us about the importance of maybe accompanying our student and so that they actually become men and women for others when they step out of the campus after completion of their courses. So that is a service motive. मुझे उम्मीद है कि ऐसे ही कुछ अच्छे ख्याल के साथ, if not something better, you must be also nurturing your students every day. Then comes, I think, your unique ideas, the way you try and lead a department, the way you try and maybe conduct your classes, whether it's an offline or an online session, the way you try and maybe identify some very, very innovative and contemporary research area. It will set you apart from the rest. So that talks about your unique ideas. And last but not the least, if you're trying to do something different, if you're trying to do something innovative, hopefully not always you're going to get a positive response. So there might be a lot of time you might have to face criticism. You might have to take a little bit of pressure in your stride. You have to go through rejection. And ultimately, we have to continue working hard and smart so that we can achieve success in life. I hope at this moment, if you are on the same page with what you saw, you can quickly give me a raise of hands by clicking on that button once again. अगर आप सहमत होंगे कि success is not going to come easily, as you rightly mentioned, मुझे उम्मीद है कि all of you will be able to give me a raise of hands from that react button. जो है आपके डिवाइस पे। आई एम रेजिंग द हैंड फ्रॉम माय साइड एंड मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप भी जरूर अपना हाथ ऊपर करके एग्री करेंगे कि यस देयर आर नो शॉर्टकट फॉर्मूला टू अचीव सक्सेस, सो दैट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर all of you. And I hope the next thing will be coming our way. We are part of this faculty induction program, so I have another request for all of you. My question in the chat box is, are we aware about this particular term which is called if you have heard or seen or maybe somehow know about this term called Diksharam, you can say yes in the chat box. If you are not sure, you can write no quickly, because अगले 2 मिनट के अंदर we will clarify this. Once again, thank you very much for your prompt responses. I can see respected professors are dropping in a very quick response. जल्दी से आप दे दीजिए अपना जो आंसर है, and we will try and move forward and connect with the concept of Diksha Aramba. What exactly is it? Thank you, Amarjot ma'am, once again, Professor Vimla. Thank you, Professor Bipin, for being there all throughout since morning and sharing your quick response. I think absolutely that's great. I think already some of you are aware about it, as I expected. Professor Shavitri ma'am is also aware about it. Great. So let's move forward. What is Diksharam as a faculty member or maybe as a professor connected with higher education setup of the country? Why should we be aware about it? Those who are not that much aware. So let's check out what is this Diksharam all about. This is basically official student induction program. Just like we have the faculty induction program for all of us. So this is from UGC, which is student induction program. Whenever a new student they step into our campuses, UGC is expecting that we try and help them in different ways. So what exactly the objective, the purpose of Diksharam? I know many of you might be doing it for years now in your respective institutes and colleges. But if somebody who is new to the system and yet to take up this responsibility in the coming days, hopefully you might also be requested to be part of it. So सबसे पहले देखिए, the first objective is to help a new student feel comfortable and adjust in the new environment. As I have mentioned, that the students come with the dream of their family members, their own dream and all. And often we get to have students from different geographic contexts, from different socio-economic background. सभी को मौका देना चाहिए to settle down in the new places, because some of them might for the first time stay away from their family. They might be set up in a hostel or a PG, come from a different city or maybe from rural part of our country. So that is what the first purpose is. Second one is to help them inculcate the ethos and the culture of the institution. Why have I requested you to talk about your college or the university that you represent? Because her college or university, I assume that it will have some rich culture of its own, which they will love to be passed on to their students. And you are going to try and do that. Point number 3 talks about helping the student build bonds with fellow students and also with other faculty members. I am confident there might be a lot of respected professor who might be having a lot of ex-students who have completed their courses long back, but still they are connected with you. They keep you in high regard, treat you with a lot of respect, and hopefully even there might be 1,000 kilometers far away from you physically, but they still remember you on different occasion and like to stay in touch with you. So that is the kind of bonding that gets developed during this course of couple of years of undergrad or PG or during the course of doctoral journey. And last but not the least, I think it's not about completing a course for a couple of years as per an EP with multiple entry and exit, but it is about self-exploration. एक स्टूडेंट को मौका देना चाहिए to have a little bit of self-exploration, to find meaning of life, to fix up the priorities in life. And अगर आप मुझे permission देंगे, for the next 2 minutes, we will love to have a role play. And I hope I'll brief you first. उसके बाद मैं आपका permission लूंगा, and then we can have a quick role play for 2 to 3 minutes. So let's check out what exactly this role play is all about. I will request all the respected professor to try and first hear me, and then you can give a response in the chat box. My question will be, I'm putting it, are we interested for a quick role play? If you are interested for a quick role play, so I think I have been doing a lot of talking. It will break the monotonous session, and we will have something different. So I'll brief you what exactly is it. I am going to present 6 options on screen for all of you. I repeat once again, I am going to show 6 different options which will be coming before you on screen. After looking at those options, I will expect you to please do a ranking of those options. As simple as that. आप सबको 6 ऑप्शंस दिखाई देंगे स्क्रीन के ऊपर. उसको देखने के बाद I will request you to do a ranking of those 6 options. The question is on what basis? किस हिसाब से? Based on their importance in your life. I repeat, you're going to see 6 different options on screen. After looking at those options, I will request you to do a ranking of those options based on their importance in your life. The option which will be very important at this moment in your life, you have to write at number 1, followed by the next option, then comes the third, then comes the fourth. Is hisab se all the 6 options, you have to do a ranking and then send it in the chat box. So that is a role play. I will expect you to participate. I will request you to please drop a yes, those who are interested. It's a very simple one, and I hope you will enjoy rather than maybe only maybe looking at slides and hearing my voice. Already I'm seeing a lot of respected professors who are writing yes in the likes of Sana ma'am, Vipin sir. Thank you very much, Professor Mahesh. I can see Professor Apurva is also willing to participate. Thank you, Professor Ria, for your permission. The rest of the Professor Satish sir is also there with us. After dropping a yes, if your hand is not yet raised, you can kindly click the hand raise button and give me a signal. अगर पहले से हाथ ऊपर है तो ठीक है, नहीं तो एक बार please hand raise button पे click कर दीजिए. Professor Sachin sir is also there with us. बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you so much. As of now, 10 hands have gone up. मुझे उम्मीद है कि और few hands, hopefully we will try and get who would love to try and participate. So I hope I have made myself clear. So I will show you the 6 options. Take your time. Don't be in a hurry. आराम से देखिए, time लीजिए, and then you can please do the ranking. So my question will be, or request will be, please do the ranking. So here comes the 6 options. आराम से आप देखिए, उसके बाद आप उसका ranking बनाइए. So these are the 6 options which I will request you to have a look. Respected professor, ऐसा नहीं कि आप सिर्फ एक option लिख के भेज देंगे. Take your time, write the full list of 6 options, and then you send it. So this is what I'm expecting from all of you. The slide, I hope you are able to see. Can anybody unmute and confirm if you're seeing the slide on self-exploration? आपको दिखाई दे रहा है, I believe. Can you please unmute and confirm?
Yes, it's
Yes, sir.
Thank you, respected.
Yeah, it's visible now.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. So have a look, and I will request you read out for you in a clockwise manner. One option is religion, we have profession, we have society, we have friends, we have family, and God. What I'm expecting you, if you think family is your top priority, write number 1 family. उसके बाद अगर आपको लगता है आपका profession, then you write number 2 profession. इस हिसाब से आपको बनाना है. If you think no, God is top priority, you are free to choose that. You write number 1 पे God and the rest. So I hope everybody will be able to try and do it. I hope we all are having a look at the slide and we are able to try and figure it out.
So should we say only the top priority, or
No, all the 6 you do the ranking, please. Even if it is coming down in the priority list, you mention it at number 5 or 6. So I want you all to please do the full kind of ranking of all the 6 options one by one. You have to write and then send it based on their importance in your life. I hope it's now clear for everybody. So we are expecting that kind of a response. So let's see how the respective professors are doing it. Yes, I hope everybody has seen it. Now, kindly just go to the, let me see the chat box, how exactly has been the responses from the respected professor. So, nice to see that all the respected professor, I think those who have given only one option, like Professor Lata, I hope you also figure out the other options. Family is the top priority for Professor Lata. Similarly, Professor Somalata had given God the top priority. Along with that, the other options also you can please complete the list. Professor Reshmi, same thing for you. Just like Professor Vipin has done, pura list वैसे बनाना है. Sir has given profession the top priority, followed by family, then comes the rest. I think Professor Savitri ma'am has done it correctly. She has given family the top priority, and then last may hey God. I think that's little interesting. Thank you very much for that responses, Professor. Yes, Sumangala had done correctly with all the 6 options. सबसे ऊपर है family, सबसे नीचे है religion. Thank you, Professor Sana, for your response. God followed by religion, family, friend, society, and hopefully profession is missing in the list or at the last for Professor Sana. Then we have Professor, I think, Kalpana, who had given family the top priority, followed by profession. The objective of doing this exercise, I think I can thank everybody. Professor Rashmi also did it with God the top priority. Professor Apurva had given profession the top priority, followed by God and the rest. Thank you, Professor Vimala, for your response. I can see Professor Vimala had given society the least priority and God the topmost priority. Great. I think Professor, yes, Zonia had given God the top priority and religion the least priority. So अगर किसी दिन आपको मौका मिले and you do this with your students, I hope you'll get to figure out what kind of a mindset every day they are coming with. उनका जीवन का जो प्रायोरिटी है उसके साथ वो आते होंगे. They come and sit for your sessions. They connect with you during the course of mentoring, and maybe they will every day try and be in your sessions. Thank you very much. I think Professor Kontham had also given the response with society number 1 priority pe hai and God at the bottom of the list. It's your life, and you're free to choose your priority. Fix it up. Nobody's going to question that. That's what I can assure you. I am so Varvan. Thank you very much for your responses, and I think the number of hands are 10, but I am confident that hopefully you said double professors have already responded in the chat box. So if you have not yet raised your hand, kindly click on the hand raise button. जिसने अभी तक हाथ नहीं ऊपर किया है, but you have given the answer, kindly please find that button on the react button के अंदर and click on the hand raise option पे. I think that will be nice. The number will definitely improve, as I can see from the responses. Thank you very much, Professor Sana. Yes, I think Professor was missing, but she has now incorporated family ke baad profession, then comes friends and society. Thank you very much. So I think more or less we are close to 1 hour mark, and I think this is a journey of life, and I'm really happy to see the way you are accompanying me in this journey of life. So my next question to all of you, when we talk about life's journey and a little bit of the other things, I think I will try and request you for the next slide. Have a look, and uske baad हम थोड़ा move करेंगे with another kind of a role play. So this is about if someday you get to hear from your students that they are coming to you and talking about any of this or maybe a couple of these points, then you need to try and guide them in the right direction. So have a look, please. And मुझे उम्मीद है कि इसको देखने के बाद hopefully you will think that not everything is right with our students. So if any of our students are having any of this or they are coming and sharing before you during the course of your mentoring inside or outside the class or whatever in the campus, are they talking about frequent headache? Are they talking about cold or sweaty hand and feet? Or they are coming and talking about a little bit of frequent heartburn or a little bit of stomach pain and all. So we need to watch out. We cannot take it lightly. Maybe students might come and complain a little bit about this, about having excessive sleeping, or some of them might not be able to sleep for at least 3 to 4 hours on an average day. So then also I think we need to be a little careful and guide them in the right direction. And last but not the least, I think it talks about persistent, difficult concentrating also. So that will also be there. So if any of these or more than one of these are highlighted by our students, so hopefully we need to watch out carefully. So that is what is very important, which is we need not take it lightly, because what might be approaching them or they are having a little bit of this issue is the question of stress. And मुझे उम्मीद है कि I am not giving any stress right now to anybody in today's session. अगर ऐसा है तो please let me know. I will try and maybe take little care about it. So these are some of the symptoms when we hear from our student, or if anybody, anytime we are experiencing it, we need to watch it carefully, because this is something which might be approaching us, and it's not always good if you are always under stress. Little bit of yes, stress is at times good. It can bring out the best from us, our students, but not maybe excessive of it. And that we need to watch out carefully. We cannot ignore our health, because the pandemic has taught us how important is that, and we need to try and figure out the right kind of balance. After speaking to you, I have figured out you are not only interested in your respective domain, you are interested in traveling, you have some other creative interest in like singing or maybe some kind of a painting and other thing, exploring the world. So these are all good things, and I hope students to honge, they will also try and take some points from your side. So we move on to the next one, and I think when we talk about stress
Excuse me,
and
sir.
work-life balance, that will be very important. Yes, please, Boliye, please, ma'am.
Sir, I'm Dr. Namita
Yep.
from Chemistry Department.
Yes, welcome, ma'am. Good morning, please.
I have a student. Good morning, sir. I have a student. She come to me. She's a very brilliant student, and but she reads well. She writes and reads. But whenever she'll sit in the exam, she was telling she used to forget everything. She couldn't able to remember whatever she read. So, what do you think? Is it due to stress or something else?
I think thank you very much, ma'am, for your observation and pointing out the right thing at the right time, ma'am. Thank you. I'll remember your request. I'll definitely love to address it maybe after a couple of minutes. Ma'am, kindly
Sure,
just allow
sure,
me. I'll
sir.
just take it and definitely just remind me after maybe before we go for a break. I'll definitely
Okay,
try
sir.
and take it. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your
Thank you, sir.
wonderful observation and a valid question from ma'am. Thank you, thank you. So we
Thank
move
you, sir.
forward, and I will request you for another role play. Are we ready for another role play? This time it will be something different. Last time we saw the 6 options. I think this time it will be something different. This time it will be a clue-based round, and we are going to identify a famous personality. आपको मैं क्लू देता रहूंगा और आपको गेस करना है कि who might be this famous personality. So it will be who am I round. आपको identify करना है. You all have to identify a famous personality based on some clues which I am going to offer you. So that is the role play we are going to have. So if you have understood it, kindly just if you are interested, you can please drop a yes in the chat box. I hope. Thank you, Professor. I think Savitri ma'am is saying eagerly waiting. Thank you for your response and nice to get that message from you. I think it's a very common name, and hopefully many of us, if not everybody, we know who exactly this famous personality is going to be. But I'll give you some clues about the personality's life से जुड़ा होगा और आपको पूछेंगे कि ये हो कौन है. So Professor Satish is there with us, willing to take part in the role play once again. Professor Ria, thank you for your permission. So from this role play, we will try and take maybe a few takeaways. So I hope we all are ready, and I'll just brief you how we are going to have this role play. I will give you one clue after the other. After every clue, I will expect you to answer. Either you write a name that comes to your mind after looking at each clue, or you have to write pass. If you're not sure, you write pass. And the flexibility is that you are free to change your answer. Say, for example, in clue 1, you think it happens to be Mr. A or Miss A. And by the time you see the third clue, you think, no, you want to change your mind, you're free to do that. You can write, it will be Mr. C or Miss C or whatever. So I hope it's clear to you. So you are having the flexibility to change your answer after every clue. So I will encourage you to please try and drop a name. ऐसा नहीं कि अगर आप एक बार नाम लिख देंगे, you are not able to change it. So I will expect you to make use of this opportunity to try and guess and come up with some names, if at all, if it is possible. Or else, after every clue, you have to write pass. Matlab, after the first clue, if you are not sure who he or she might be, you write pass. I will show you the second clue. After looking at the second clue, still you can't figure out who is or she going to be, you write again pass. So ऐसे करते हुए आप देते रहिए throughout the game, and I hope by the time we see the last clue, everybody will be able to figure out who exactly the famous personality happens to be. So I hope we are ready, and once again, I hope you have given a yes, those who are willing to play. So my question will be, who am I? So that is what we have to identify. Who am I? So this is a who am I round, and I hope everybody will be able to drop the answer in the chat box. So let's get ready. And those who have dropped a yes, if your hand is not up, kindly just once again click the hand raise button and give me a feedback by raising your hand. So that will be nice. So let's go to the role playing exercise. And I hope everybody who is right now in the session, they will be able to try and connect with the role play. So here comes the role playing exercise, and मुझे उम्मीद है कि it's a very common one. I hope everybody will get it. But let's try and see. Life is a game, and I think why not we play it together. So your time starts now. आराम से आप देखिए, and you can just make use of the chat option. As I have requested you, after every clue, you write either a pass or any name that comes to your mind. The first clue, I hope you can see role play written on the top of the screen. Can you confirm by unmuting if it is visible to you? Respected professor, आपको दिखाई दे रहा है? Can you just unmute and once confirm?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. So let's move on and start the game. The first clue. We are trying to identify someone who was a national level volleyball player. So this is the first clue. On this clue, if you think you can take any name, you write it in the chat box or you write one and pass. I'll give you 10 seconds to give your answer. Either you write one, matlab clue number one and pass, or you write any name. And as I have given you the flexibility, you can change your answer. So multiple times, I think you can change your answer after every clue. So we are ready to see the next clue, all of us. The second clue states that on 11th of April 2011, she was traveling from Lucknow to Delhi by train. So this young national level volleyball player was traveling from Lucknow to Delhi by train on 11th of April 2011. Professor Vivin sir happens to be from Lucknow University, some kind of a connector, sir told me, if I remember correctly. So this is something clue number two. I hope everybody has tried to give an answer. Either you write pass, number two, or you write a name that comes to your mind. Clue number three for all of you. As she was traveling by train from Lucknow to Delhi, suddenly there were some robbers in the train, and as she tried to resist them, she was thrown out of train. Point number three, clue number three, आप chat box में लिख सकते हैं if any name comes to your mind, or you can just write pass. Clue number four, because of this tragic incident, what happened was, I think her leg was amputated below the knee, and there were two rods inserted in the other leg. Touchwood किसी के साथ ना हो, but can we imagine, can we visualize a national level volleyball player who was having a dream to make it big in her game? Suddenly the dream got shattered. आज सुबह हम शुरू किए थे with dream. We were talking about the road towards success. We are talking about how you want to take your life forward. So connecting with this case study, this role play, I hope, what is the next dream? Look at the character, look at the personality, look at the attitude, look at the motivation. In spite of this tragic incident, she was determined to achieve something in life. So what is that next dream? This is the next clue. So what is the next dream? I hope by now everybody has figured it out who exactly we are trying to identify. She decided to climb Mount Everest. And मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप भी अपने स्टूडेंट्स को जरूर इसके बारे में बताते रहते होंगे. And I hope you know who exactly we are talking about. How was the road to success? Was it easy having a dream to climb Mount Everest at this condition, or it was a little bit tough? So on 21st of May 2013, she became the first female amputee to climb Mount Everest. And the rest, I think you all know its history. So it took her 52 days of tough climbing, what was not at all easy. And I think she happens to be the first female amputee to climb Mount Everest. And because of this great achievement of hers, she was awarded with Padma Shri in 2015. Yes, respected professor, you have identified it right. We are talking about none other than very own Arunima Sinha ji. And I think she happened to be the first female amputee to conquer Mount Everest, and she has been an inspiration for one and all. So I think this is that proud moment when she was being awarded the Padma Shri in 2015, and it was been handed over by the Honorable President at that point of time, late Shri Pranab Mukherjee. So I will expect all of you to kindly raise your hand, appreciate Arunima Sinha ji for this wonderful achievement, and also for some of the professors whom I think have got it right at different clues. So मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप सभी ने शायद इसके बारे में अपने स्टूडेंट्स को बताते रहते होंगे, and many of you might have got it, I can expect, at some of the other clue. Yes, I can see Professor Nagappa, thank you very much, who had got it. Professor Ria, thank you very much, as well as a lot of other professor I can see who have written in the chat box the name Professor Lata. Thank you very much, everybody for that matter. I think Professor Bhavani had given, Professor Apurva. Thank you, Professor Namita. I think everybody for that matter, Professor Raghu. Wonderful. I think I will definitely raise my hands and show genuine appreciation to Arunima Sinha ji for this wonderful achievement of hers. So this takes us to the context of today's session. Instead of talking about it, as I made a promise, I said that we will experience it, and I hope when you see the next slide, आपको लगेगा कि yes, this is what I think which will help us to connect with the concept of life skills. So just have a look at the next slide, and मुझे उम्मीद है कि अभी तक जो हुआ है for last 1 hour 15 minutes, I think we thought of experiencing it. What is life skills? If you look, there are 3 dimensions involved in it. The first one talks about thinking skill. It talks about problem solving and decision making. As of now, I have given you two simple problems. The first one was doing a ranking of the 6 options. That was a problem. And then you have given a decision whether to keep your family at number one, you whether to keep profession, whether to keep God, religion, or society at number one. So that was a decision immediately all of you took. Second one is identifying Arunima Sinhaji, the famous personality. It was also a little bit about solving the problem based on some clues that were offered and identifying the right person. The second dimension of life skills, each one of you for last 1 hour, 1 hour, 10 minutes, what I have seen, you're going to get 10 on 10. Because in spite of being an online session, I think you have shown effective communication. You have come forward and shared your side of the story that talks about great interpersonal relationship. And as academician, don't you think that we are supposed to take care about all this? I think yes. And then we are not showing any sympathy towards Arunima Sinhaji, but we are showing genuine empathy to her. And last but not the least, I think emotional skill. What better example, case study of managing emotion and dealing with stress than the one which we saw just a few seconds back, the journey of Arunima Sinhaji. So these are the 3 dimensions of life skills. I hope those who are with me for the last 1 hour, 10 minutes, I think hopefully you will say with confidence that yes, aapko to ye jankari tha, but maybe in a different way. We tried to connect with it with little bit of role playing, with little of case studies and little bit of an interaction. So I will just request you quickly in the chat box for whether the concept of is a concept of life skills clear for us, because this is expected from all our students, apart from the hard skill, the domain specific skill knowledge that they are going to pick up during this journey of couple of years under your guidance. So my question in the chat box is the concept of life skills clear? The 3 dimension that we just experienced. Agar haan hai to aap likh sakte hai yes. If you think no, then you can also maybe write that. I will be able to try and hear your voice or maybe your questions also. So before we head for a break, I would love to listen to any kind of observation, comments, criticism, if at all any question connected with the first part of the session, which talks about a little bit of life skills, little bit of issues of stress and work-life balance. I hope you'll be able to try and give a quick response in the chat box. So my question is the concept of life skills clear? अगर आप वो क्वेश्चन चैट बॉक्स में देख सकते हैं, you can give a quick response by saying yes or no, or maybe something else also. That would be wonderful. And I think before we head for a break, we are supposed to go for a break in next couple of minutes time, but it will be an honor to listen to your voice. I need to thank you for the first part of the session, but before that, I think it will be an honor to listen to your observation, if at all any comments, criticism, कुछ भी है अगर आपको बताना है, you are most welcome. I think those who have been there with me throughout the session, agar any one of you have anything to offer, you are most welcome. Feel free, unmute yourself, and I think you are most welcome to share. Yes, welcome. If anybody has any observation.
Hello, sir.
Yes, welcome, sir.
This is Dr. Suraj Kumar Saw from Malda College, Malda, West Bengal.
Oh,
I am
sir,
from
nice to
Department of
connect with
English.
you. Yes, thank you so much.
I'm
We are
from
from
Department
the
of
same
English.
state, but meeting in this online platform quite a few
Yeah.
100 kilometers away. Boliye, please, sir.
Yes. Sir, this life skill, regarding life skill, I was just trying to suggest something. Well, all of us are living life, but somewhere down the line, nobody is clear about what are these skills called life skills. Sometimes people associate life skills only with women, that all the responsibility lies with the women, not with the men, like all the affective cognizance and everything. So therein lies the problem. Like we as teachers, what you just showed us on the slide, we somehow can connect. But when it comes to the larger part of the society, and to make them understand what are social skills, thinking skills, and emotional skills, it becomes very difficult. Even with our students, stress is a common issue nowadays. It's not specified to an individual or a group. But even then, people are not free or not even honest with themselves to express their stress and the reasons behind their stress. That's what I feel.
Absolutely. Thank you, respected Professor Suraj, for your, I think, wonderful insight. And as sir is mentioning, it has got something to do with awareness building. And I think sir is rightly pointing it out. Mindset thoda badalna chahiye, and I hope we need to first understand there should be enough awareness, and then only once the awareness spreads, it's nothing gender specific. As sir is rightly pointing out, there might be a little bit of biasness. But as the 3 dimensions, what we saw, it comes from the World Health Organization, and I think this is universally applicable across. That's why I think in our NEP textbook now in schools also they are incorporating the concept of life skills. Starting from there, it goes on to higher education and lifelong process. Thank you, respected Suraj sir, for being there all throughout and connecting and sharing. And आगे भी उम्मीद करेंगे कि you will be there after the break also and continue the same way. Thank you. After sir, if anybody else you have any observation, any criticism, any comments, question, you're most welcome. Please go ahead, unmute and share, please. It will be an honor to listen to you. I can see a lot of respected professor throughout the session. Respected Professor Apurva, if you are there, I think ma'am had been there all throughout sharing her valuable observation. If you are Professor Vipin sir was there initially, I hope sir is very much there. There were some audio issues in between. I think otherwise sir was all throughout connecting with the discussion and all. If anybody else we have anything to share, I think you're most welcome. Professor Zonia was also there with us. Ma'am, thank you for your valuable observation, comments, and being there all throughout the session. I hope if you have anything to share, most welcome. That's one. Professor Abhilasha is visible to us. I hope, ma'am, nothing doubt. I think you all aware about it. A little bit about yourself, ma'am, if you haven't shared your department and your affiliation in terms of your parent university.
Sir, I am Abhilasha from Belagavi, GFGC Sadalga, Karnataka, sir, from.
And ma'am, a little bit about your interest in life. I hope, apart from your core expertise, some other interest in life.
I am very much interested in learning shlokas, sir. Shlokas.
Great, great, wonderful. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I hope you are quite clear with the concept that we discussed in the first part today. No question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. That was respected Professor Abhilasha. Yes, yes, Boliye, please. Welcome.
Sir, as we are discussing about the life skills and the dimensions of the life skill, so now we are all like in the 30s. Age is like above 30, some maybe above 25 or within 30s. So at what stage one must know, or even the student or anybody, at what stage one must know the life skills? Now by this time we have already spent a lot of time in our lives and journey throughout the life, so understanding the life skills. So at what stage one has to address this, or one has to explain the student or whatever? Is there any particular stage mentioned, or one must know at this particular time?
Thank you, respected. I think Sana ma'am, for your wonderful observation and a valid and pertinent question. As of now, ma'am, as I was just explaining to respected Suraj sir also, if you look at NEP and at the grassroots level, I think the textbook and other thing, they are already incorporating it at the school level. And that's a very simple thing. These are three dimensions. As you rightly said, पहले शायद इतना awareness in a very conceptual manner में नहीं था, but I think we are talking about life. From the term life itself, we can make a sense of it, that it's not restricted in terms of any kind of geographic context, or in terms of any kind of profession, occupation or something. So I think it has already been incorporated starting from elementary school level, and it goes on throughout our life. And I think that is what ma'am is rightly pointing out. Pehle shayad itna awareness and other things were not there. So this is what I think